All right, World 0 with its scavenger hunts. We have the next one, alien hunt, similar to the Easter egg hunt. We will get rewards, weapon skins, right? And a free mount for getting all the gold. So this video will show all 100 orbs and golden orbs. So you're going to get a bunch of weapon skins for each world. You're going to get at least a mount. You're going to get this other mount, 2 mounts, I guess you could say, 2 mounts in the title. So follow along, and then you're good to go. A couple things before we start. If you are not a low level or don't have a high level, these picking up orbs gives lots of XP, so you can prestige pretty fast. If you haven't played before or haven't played in a while, it's very good for that. I will be pretty much walking to everywhere and teleporting maybe once or twice. I do reset to save some time, but everything should be in a route. Everything is picked up and should be easy to follow. I saw a lot of comments last time about being it too fast. Well, here I'm gonna just do it without speeding it up. So it's gonna take like almost an hour to show this whole entire thing. If you want me to do it like that, then we can do it like that. You know what I mean? So there's that. All right, I'll claim everything at the end. We'll do some codes before we start for this update. Let me take a look at them. So we got the code of aliens for random die cosmic glasses. Then we have the Pride 25 for the rainbow title. That's only 2 codes that we have for today, or just updates. I don't know if it's going to let me use it. Okay, it does. I do developer gift as well. So rainbow title. Let's open up this gift. My inventory is full. Not going to work. My inventory is full, I think. Okay, let me see this. How does fix this? Let's see here. So there we go. Got a spoon. Everybody wants this thing. I think I have. I have 2, I think. Let me see. Spoon. Oh, there we go. So I can dual wield spoons. Look at that. Fancy. Anyways, so let's go ahead and show you guys the routes I've taken. All right, starting with World 1, I'm going to be yapping for about 33 minutes. So I hope you enjoy that. I mean, you can speed it up speed it yourself if you want. ×2 on YouTube. Sure, go ahead. So we have 1 next to the world teleport, 1 on the teleport to the balcony, where we can have a little dance party. I don't know. I think it plays music. Still does it? I don't know, but sure. Anyways, then we have another one. We're here now. Just remember that the gold orbs will be mostly found at the end of each route. Of course, not all of them will be the same. I would say the game shut down here. That was funny. Yeah. Anyways, so golden orb should be at the end of the routes, but I will say that if we do pick it up, I will say it, but also everything should be timestamped. So if there was a golden egg found in the middle of the routes, then I will obviously post it there, right? But then I'll continue the route. So like I said, we're not really teleporting around a lot. Like I said, it makes life a little bit easier to follow along, but also, you know, how I say this, we do reset, because resetting saves us a lot of time in terms of test setup. And this one I teleported. So look, I was like, I think everybody explored World 1 before, so I was like, okay, all we're heading is straight forward and up the mountain where this world boss is. So I teleported there, okay? Because we all know where this is. We all know World 1. World 1 is nothing crazy, There we go. So we found number 7. Then now we're going to reset. And we're going to go ahead and head over to the well. The well, a nice way to get around, easy to get around with. There's one inside the well as well, so might as well. How many times we said well at the same time? I don't know. Anyways, so we have number 8 inside of here, and then we're going to head outside the well for the next one here. So heading from facing outwards, we will take a right down this path here, and we're going to follow the path until we get the one on the rock over here. And this is number 9? Yep, number 9. And number 10 is where one of the UFOs was back in the whole point of this alien guy. There was a UFO under this cove area, I'm pretty sure. And you pick up 10, you get a bunch of gold, get a bunch of XP, and you get a legendary, either a weapon of the class you're using or a armor. Now, before that, we got the golden one. So the golden one is going to go ahead and reset, and we head back to town. And of course, you could pick this up when we pick up the other ones, but Of course, I didn't really show it until now, but we're gonna go ahead and set under this area, the docks, and now so that is for World 1. Now World 2, we're gonna head over, and there's gonna be only one in town, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna have the one over here, and then we're gonna head outside of town, and we're gonna go ahead and to the left we have this little house, I guess, and then we have one inside a little cave to the right and one on the stump. We'll pick the one in the cave first because it's just a better route. I think someone's duck mount is in the spawn. Cool. Anyways, so we have the stump, and then we're gonna go now across the bridge, and we're gonna pass the Golden Orb. You can get the Golden Orb now if you want, or continue on with the video. Up to you. I just skip it because I don't know. Like I said, anyways. So we have this one number 5 up here, and then most of the other ones that in the castle. Well, 2 before the castle, and then 3 in the castle area, where the red goblins are. Right, so we're gonna go now into this area over here. I'm always like looking around for no reason, even though I know where they are, because I pre-check them before taking the route. But I always double check sometimes. I don't know. I wasn't missing one. I don't think I was. So we have one on this rock over here for number 6, and then we have number 7, which is on this rock over here. I was like, I'll try to figure out how to get up here. I didn't really know, but then I was like, okay, well, I guess we climb the rocks over here, I guess, and then we just kind of dash across, jump dash. If you don't know, but you're gonna see a lot of dashing in this video to get to some spots. You gotta remember is that you have to jump dash. Jumping and dashing makes it go further. If you're just standing on the ground, it's a lot less distance between the dash. So if you jump and dash, there's and I hear in the background somebody is gambling some aura chests, so that's fun. Too bad we won't see what they get. So there was that. Anyway, so number 9 over here, and then number 10, of course, not too far from where we were. Not a long walk. You can see that I paused for a second there. I kind of forgot where it was. I'll be honest with you. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and reset. Pick up the Golden Orb. Basically, you could pick it up earlier or pick it up now, whatever. And this is just easier to sort the video out. All right. So here is the Golden Orb. Just as you saw earlier in the video, it is at the bridge, the first bridge connecting the Goblin camp, where the world boss would be in that area. So I think I failed this first jump. I didn't know what to do. Never been over here before. Oh, this thing's brand new. So I was like, okay, well, I missed a jump. So what you can do is just fall into the water and try again, basically. You want to get as far as you can on the ledge, and then jump dash, because you are not going to make it for the most part. So there you go. Anyway, that is a Golden Orb for that. Now, World 3 took a bit of time because, man, World 3 is cracked sometimes, alright? Sometimes I just, they put so much in that, I second guess the town. The town has so much. There's 6 orbs in town, and I counted 5, and I couldn't find the 6th one for such a long time. I did find it eventually, but that's alright. So, and the Golden Orb is in town as well, so we'll get to the end of that. But just to note, like, this route will show the last one will be in the town, because I didn't know where it was. So we picked up the 5 closest in town, right? We have 4 right there, and then 5, one behind the shed where the training things are. And then we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna reset, because I don't know, walking, you know. Anyways, so we're gonna just now go towards the mountain, because there's none. Luckily, there's none in the teleporter for the mountain, but there is one up at the start of the climb, next to the dungeon entrance. Yeah, this was a lot of walking, and it's not the best route. Could be better, but like I said, this one took me like so too long to find the orbs. I didn't really check my corners for the last orb, sadly, unfortunately. Okay, so then we're gonna take the route here for number 7. Number 7 is going to be at one of the cave entrances to the bottom dungeon, basically. So You don't need a gliding mount. I just have one equipped for some reason. Got that. It's in the aura chest that came out today. So we're gonna go ahead and climb this hill over here. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and jump down. And there's gonna be one all the way across here. Now there's one in the cave. We could have jumped down there and then came out of here, but you know, bad routing maybe. I don't know. I'm not speeding up the video up, so you can skip ahead if you want to, because it's just, you can see it right now. It's just a long. Well, also this is before I found the last one. I'm checking my corners still because I don't know where the last one is. All right, so now from here, we're gonna go ahead and take the one in the cave. So, I mean, we could have went for the cave one first. I maybe would have been smarter because we just went down from where we pick up number 7. Wait, number 8. Number 8, I guess. No, that's number 7, and then 8. Not yet. No, that's number 7. We just jumped down and came out. You know, I kind of forgot the layout of the cave, to be honest with you. That's my fault. So, not the best routing, but I would have saved maybe like 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, 2 minutes of video time, possibly. But here you can hear me yap for the next couple minutes because this is what we're doing. And then we're going to get a bunch of complaints about I'm not using teleporters. Well, I'm teleporting. I'm using the reset button. So, handicapped. Anyways, teleport back to town. And we're going to get the last one, which took me way too long to find. It's going to be in the cash shop building. And you look inside here. I'm like, okay, nothing in here. And it's all in the corner. Man, I know who put them there, but hey. That's a nasty spot right there. Because you look inside, I'm like, okay, I don't see anything. We gotta actually walk in. But I don't want to walk in because I don't want to open the UI. So there we go. Anyway, so you're going to climb up the boards on the pet shop or pet master. And you're going to just climb this rope here. And if the golden one up on this building over here. What's this building one? I forget. It's a shop, one of the shops. Anyways, now we're level 4. We're going to go ahead up onto the cell building. Then we have one on the crates at the dungeon portal. And then we have, if you want to get the golden orbs in the bank, if you want to get that one, sure. But we're going to get that one last, of course. So we have one in the building, classic. This one, there's always like one around here, right? This one I had a choice of where to go next because I was like, do I go left or go right? If I go right, there's one over there. But then I was like, you know what? I think this is a better route. So I changed my mind midway through. I'm like, you know what? Let's go this way. So we're going to go pretty much where I was going to go right would be my last one. We're going to do a completely full circle of this. I mean, this map is a circle technically. So we're going to do like a full circle all the way around, basically, up this map. None of the watchtower, which is great because last time the egg, I don't know how to climb that. So I don't climb that, then many people don't want to climb that, so I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna hop down here next to teleporter. There's gonna be one over here, and then one at the dungeon entrance over here, the pyramid dungeon entrance, to the right of it. And we're gonna walk a pretty nice long walk here up this hill, and there'd be two pretty near each other. One on top of some I don't know what it was, but there's one on a pipe, and there's one you can see it coming up here like this. I don't know, built on top of the building. That's right, on top of the building. Called saloons. I don't know. Actually, it's not on top of the building. It's just on top of some wooden planks. Well, above the building technically. So I pick up the one up here first. I mean, I don't think order matters that much. They're the same distance, I would say. This one's probably better to pick up second, I think. But because now we're backtracking, so we have to go back technically to get the next one, which is on the train track. So we pick up this one on the pipe here, and then we're gonna do the last two here. So we have the one all the way over here behind this teleporter. You can teleport here if you want to. Up to you, but there's the one next to deserted Boro mine. This area's been used before, I think last time as well for an egg. I think it's the exact same spot. And then now we have a long walk. So like I said earlier, this would have been one of the spots I went first, but I was like, I don't know, the route seemed to be better if I went the other way, I think. So who knows at this point? I don't know. Already 15 minutes into the video and we're not even in the 5th world yet. Almost in the 5th world, but is that considered halfway? I mean, world 10's pretty easy, so there's that. Luckily, no torture there. You're gonna reset. We could walk from here for the bank, but this is probably a bit faster just to reset. I mean, it is a lot faster for sure. So I'm gonna head inside the bank. You can go through the windows as you always could in this game. And there you go. There is that. Now we're in World 5. World 5, we have one outside the cash shop, and then we have one inside the cash shop. Always checking the buildings. In World 5, World 5 always has something inside these. So we have one outside the shop, one inside the shop, and then we're gonna go head outside to the potion building, the potion seller building, which used to be able to go inside, of course. This jump scare right here, and then Chad talks to me. All right, and then we're gonna go and head inside the bank. I was like, okay, check all the buildings. The bank has one to the right, a classic, and then we have one inside the pet master. All right, so we're gonna head over to the pet master area, and there's another long walk map as well for one of them. But yeah, I'll make it easy for you guys because I'm gonna show you where it is. Also, we pick up the golden orb early because there's no making this easy. So I'm gonna head into the tower for number 6, as there's one at the tower. This area never been used before, if it even existed before. I'm gonna go ahead and reset back to spawn because it's faster than walking all the way back to teleporter, because there's one across over here on the pirate ship behind the Kono Heartlands dungeon entrance. So we're gonna do that now. I know I have a gliding mount right now, and I'm sure you can make it across without one. I'm like, you can probably just dash across from here. I think you can make it. But you don't need, I mean, just walk around, I guess. Doesn't really matter that much. Anyway, so here is the golden orb for this world. I'm like, do I pick it up now? Because I don't think it's an easy, faster route if I just like did it in at the end. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do it now. And it's the most blinding spot. It's a good spot. Don't get me wrong. Nice. It's a nice, I'm like, usually I count the orbs, right? And I'm like, okay, what color is that orb? Because I don't count the golden orb in my counts. I always find the golden orb. Okay, I keep track of it. But I'm like, what color is that orb? I can't tell what it is. But I was like, you know what? It has to be the golden one. So, because isn't like the worst spot. Anyway, so here's number 9. We're almost done, but we're almost done. So here is the location number 10. You can teleport there, but in this video I'm gonna walk towards it. Okay, but the location of it is right behind the teleporter, so you don't have to walk there if you have the teleporter. So the teleporter is gonna be what is it? It's cliffs. So cliffs, you can see right there behind the teleport there, and you can pick it up, and then you can skip ahead because I'm gonna walk there. Oh, there's that. Who is yapping? This is what I get for standing at spawn. Let's see, did anybody... Okay, so that person who... The person who opened up all of those crates... I'm looking at the Roblox chat. No notification, no skins, no rare ores, man. The guy spent too much, huh? And got nothing. I mean, classic, huh? That's a classic thing, huh? Interesting. I'll tell you that already. Very interesting. Anyways, we're almost there to the orb. I will say egg sometimes, but you know how it is. These are orbs. And maybe we'll find something else in the next Easter egg hunt or scavenger hunt. So there we go. Number 10. for this world. Then we have World 6. World 6, honestly, it took me a bit of time to find the Golden Orb because I didn't know this existed. I think it's brand new because they added a bunch of buildings you can walk into. I'm pretty sure, and either it's this update or last update, I don't know, or recent update, but they added a bunch of crap. Well, not crap, but you know what I mean. There's a bunch of stuff. Anyway, we're going to head to the tower, pick up the one over here. Now, I debated how to do this route. I'm like, there's one at the under here, which I'm surprised. I mean, I was waiting one day that they would use this area because they never did until, well, today. But anyways, just teleport to the tower for that. We could walk from the tower, but I was like, I don't know. Do I want to walk to the tower? I did not. So I just going to reset, teleport one time, open and do that. So we're going to head to the Rough Waters entrance here. It's dungeon, and we're going to walk not that far from it. I mean, I don't know why I did this order, but could put that one up first, but I guess it'll look like we're backtracking. So instead of going to the right side, I'm going to do the left side first. So we're going to go up this hill over here. And then we're going to take this path over here above these rocks or anemones, as I would think that's how you pronounce it. And we're going to next to the seaweed here, and 2 more to go, which is not that far from here. You have the one on the bridge near the dungeon entrance. And then we have the one next to the dungeon entrance start. Well, not next to the dungeon. You know, like this path to a dungeon behind the teleporter. And that's number 10. Alright. Could put this up. There's 2 ways around this. And then we have the last one. The golden egg, the golden orb, which is going to be at the lighthouse. Which, like I said, I don't know this existed until today. Well, I mean, maybe more people did it. I don't know, but there we go. So anything with a white entrance means door. Go inside. There we go. And that is everything in World 6. Now in World 7, we have one at the upgrades area. We have Chad talking to me. It's just talking, man. Is yapping like me. And then we're going to go ahead and head over to, instead of it being on the left side of the staircase from last time, we have one on the right side. Now, how do I memorize all these? Well, that's the point. Since we do these, or since I make these videos, I don't watch it back for these types of the new ones, but it's a memory game. It's easy when you memorize or remember the ones from the last time, because I mean, obviously I'm not gonna know what determines the spots, but all I could guess is that they use the spots from last time as a reference to not use a similar spot. So they could either, instead of adding the orbs by default, they could just replace the mesh of where the old eggs were, and then just move them slightly from where they were before, or completely different areas. But generally, if you memorize the locations of where they were last year or last time, you have a good chance of kind of knowing what spots they have used. And if they used a secret spot before, the odds of them using it again, pretty slim. You know, like for example, there's the secret area below this world boss in the little tunnel. You would think they would use it again. Not so much. He's like, yeah, they used it once. I'm like, maybe not again. So we're gonna go ahead and reset now, and we're gonna go ahead and teleport to the tower. The tower has one in the backside here, as you can see. And then we're going to go ahead and head down the path of the tower. We're going to pick up one at the pond-ish area, and then 2 at the underworld area, basically. Just over here at the pondish area. I don't know. And now we're at the walk. It's a pretty long walk, to be honest with you. They put it at the very edges of the town, so enjoy the walk, I guess. Let me make sure I don't disconnect from the server here. All right, where are we at? Okay, we have one. Don't fall in the hole. I almost did. Luckily, I'm gonna have this gliding mount. We have one, this red one with different colors, random colors each time. But for the regular orbs, there's one in this corner over here. Sometimes, you know, if you're looking for stuff, if you're not using the video and you're trying to look for these orbs or eggs, whatever, they're random colors, right? But they're random colors per client side whenever you join a world. So it's, if you ever feel like that red one was like blending in with the red, you know, it kind of helps to refresh your brain a little bit if you refresh the colors by rejoining the game. Anyways, we're gonna reset back to town. We're gonna get the Golden Orb again. One similar to the World 6 lighthouse. This is this bank area, which I didn't know existed. I mean, it has to be brand new. I mean, I saw this white door. I'm like, this was not here before, I'm pretty sure. So unless I don't know when these were added, but hey, you know, there we go. Anyways, so there we go. Golden Orb there. Now we're going to go ahead and do World 8. So we have 3 in the town, I'm pretty sure. I guess you could say 4 in the town, technically. So we have one here, and then one at the docks, and one at the shops to the left over here. Then we have one just outside town, in the watchtower. Now this one is pretty easy. You would think, you know, a lot of parkour in this one. Nope, they made it pretty simple for this world, luckily. So this route, I was like, should I go for this one first? Because like everything else is in a very odd spot. And the Golden Orb is in a similar spot like the one from the Golden Egg from the Easter Scavenger hunt. So I was like, you know, yeah. So they didn't really move it that far, I would say, which is good and good. That's good. It's not a bad thing, I would say. All right, so we're gonna head back. So we're gonna backtrack a little bit here. We could just reset, which might have been faster. I'm pretty sure if I just reset, it would have been a better choice. But that's all right. So we're gonna go where the tower is. And sadly, this ever since they did World 6 and World 7 had teleporters to the tower. I don't remember. I don't think World 8 and World 9 has that. Sadly, I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong about World 8? That doesn't matter. Anyways, so the one at the tower entrance, we have one there. And then at this mini boss area, we have one just behind this wall over here. And then after this, the rest of the orbs are all in the dragon parkour area and the golden egg as well. So the last 3 and the golden egg, the golden orb is in the last here. Of course, we're gonna pick up the golden orb early because it is I am backtracking, that's for sure. Anyway, so here we have the first orb at the entrance. This is another egg. An egg was like this, similar like last time. So there's that. And then now we're gonna go ahead, and I messed up this jump here because for some reason I was holstered and I was trying to dash here, but I couldn't dash. I was like, okay, well, oh well. Anyways, that's not that important. You can just dash across there. Skip the geyser parts. Slam. And we're gonna head up here. Missed the elevator. A classic, as always. We'll head up here. We're gonna pick up the golden orb now, because like I said, you could just backtrack if you want to, but or show it in the video backtracking. But since we're here, just like last time. Last time I picked it up early. It's actually on the pillar on the right side last time. The golden egg, the one right now we're looking at to the left, right there to the left, that one right there. Yeah, that was a golden egg spot. They didn't really move it that far, but hey, I mean, where else are you gonna put it? You could put it in the other obby, but then I don't know. Is there complaints to too much walking? I don't think it's that bad. This took me like hour and a half to get everything done, I would say, roughly. Maybe it was 2 hours. I don't know, but recording it takes a bit much longer for sure. Gonna parkour. over here, number 9, and then you could teleport here if you want to, or just, I mean, you could teleport here to the boss room before doing all this, and then just jump off, and then you should be able to get back. Got the other last 2 over here. Either or, you can backtrack yourself to the golden egg if you want to. Now that's number 10. That's the last thing for now. We remember world number 9. We're almost done. We have 1 at the shops. We have 1. This one took me a bit of time to find, I'll be honest with you, but we found it, obviously. We had to get to the top over here. I think this was used last time too. I kind of forgot already, but you could use this slanted wall to climb up to. And you drop across like so. And then we're going to get number 3 over here. Jump down, and then we're going to go and grab the one at the campfire. Right. And then we're gonna head over, take a right. And most of it is in this general area where that boss is. The mammoth boss doesn't really, there's nothing over there. There's one behind this wall, which took me so long to find. I'll be honest with you. There's one thing about this map though, is that it loads in chunks like World 10. So if you go to a teleporter and you can like look through, nothing's loaded, but the orbs are loaded because they're not part of, they're added on, but without the their lag. Their way to reduce the lag, which is not load everything sometimes until you walk near it. The orbs are not part of that script, so I guess view render distance, I guess you could say. So you can like cheese this map easily by doing that. It doesn't really help. It helps a little bit. Anyways, then we have what's this, number 9, I think, coming up at the bridge here. And then we have number 10, which is going to be up the world boss area. And then also here is the golden egg. So it's a nice route, you know. You got pretty much everything at this point. Wait for the elevator. So up the elevator. Save us some time from yapping. Just cut that out. Number 10 over here. And then the golden orb is going to be around this corner over here. So you don't need a gliding mount. I just did it like that, but I will show you guys, you know, the correct way to do it without a mount. I fell down here, but don't do it like that. So I came back here and I was like, okay, can I go this way? No, you can't. I mean, at least I tried. There's a visible wall there. So you have to do it the way I did it, or not I did. Wow. The route, that area I went to, not the mounts, but you can just jump. So as soon as you get to this corner over here, you can just like just jump and make it up there somehow, and then there you go. That's it. I don't know, that's the best way I could do it. Anyways, now we have world 10. Everything in world 10 is finished already, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, claim all 10 here. Thank you, devs, for making it easy, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, then we have the golden. I was like, okay, well, before, if you're listening to this, okay, it is at the Astro Academy. You can teleport there if you want to. I was debating, do I teleport there or do I walk there? I mean, everybody should know where it is, technically, in terms of teleporter-wise, if you actually walked in World 10. But if you haven't, we're going to walk there, of course. But it is at Astral Academy, and then you can just skip ahead until you see where I get it for the most part. Alright. It is a long walk. There's no easy or fast way to get around here. Unless, I mean, isn't there is there a teleporter towards that? I don't know if there is. I think there might be, but I always forget that is a spot. I don't. Honestly, haven't really explored this map that well. I mean, we have for the other scavenger hunts when we have to, when you're not given all 10 at spawn, but I feel like it's like every other scavenger hunt we have that. We have one time it was 8 and you had to find 2, and then one time it was actually all 10 scattered around, and then that was for last time. But then now we have all 10, which is a, you know, a first, because, you know, sometimes it's 8. Well, for one time it was 8, and then yeah, this one's 10. So generous, I guess you could say. There's that. So now we're gonna head over to the Astro Academy. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead And this is, I think this is brand new. It's just like the lighthouse and the bank. I could be wrong though, because I don't remember seeing. I don't pay attention to this area. You can see here. Once we head up here, we have the this open door, and the golden egg is golden orb is going to be inside of here. All right, so there you go. That is everything. All 100 orbs, all 10 golden orbs right there, like so. And now we're here at the before we do rewards. I think, did I mention this? But if you, there's ways you can get more of these if you want to. If you make a new character on your account, you can just redo everything and then get everything again if you want to farm that kind of stuff, and then you put it into your bank, and then there you go. But that's something that I didn't say last time, but I don't say change it, but you can do that. So let's go ahead and claim these real quick. So when you find all 10 orbs in each world, you're gonna get these weapon skins. So let's see what we got here. So we got a great sword, two great swords. Gonna need a class that uses 2 of those, 1 long sword, 1 scythe, 2 scythes. Okay, we need a dual wielding scyther, a spear, a shield. Can I get a bow? Another great sword, so triple wields, and a great axe. No bow, unfortunately. I want to do it on other characters and shirt. Then we have Galactic Orb. We got green and the title Alien Hunter, and then we have the Golden Orb. So let's see if we get a bow for this one. So we have 1 shield, bow. Okay, cool. Long sword, staff, great sword, bow, staff, scythe, and great sword. I got a decent chunk of stuff. You know, a good roundup. And then we have the mount, Void Striker. There we go. It's gonna be similar to this one. Instead of it being white and black, it is going to be purple. There we go. That is the mount, the free mount. And then there's the other mount, which is a orb looking thing. Could remove the eye if you want to. And there's that. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the updates. We can equip the bow skin, I guess. Where's our skins at? There we go. There we go. That is the bow. I mean, the skins look pretty nice, I would say. There, that's it. That's the event. So good luck, and hope your drops are pretty good. So you can farm them though. So there's that. Other than that, there you go. Nice 37 minutes video.